Grand evening, grand evening. Tuesday afternoon, the rain has stopped. I think it's about 4 p.m. The sun has come part of the way out. Again, it's our hurricane season here in southern Texas, Ag Zone 9A, 9B. And what you are looking at are three of my large DIY grow beds that I made out of very, very large concrete bins. These were very, very large concrete bins that I turned into large grow beds. As you can see, I've done some work on all of these. If you look in the middle of these grow beds, you'll see a 1-inch unisil right in the middle of each one of these grow beds. And I modified these because in each one of these grow beds I had a 1/2 inch unisil right there, just a 1/2 inch unisil. I went up to a 1-inch unisil, which is bigger because I get better operation with my bell siphons, as you saw on my other grow beds, the three that are out there already. So I went from a 1/2 inch unisil to a 1-inch unisil. What I did was I put a piece of tape of it's electrical tape, but it's waterproof. It's black. I cut that off and I put it over the 1-inch hole. I took the 1/2 inch unisil out first. Then I put the tape on, and then I put silicone, waterproof silicone, over the tape on both sides. So this is now, it's still drying almost all the way hard. I'll let it dry for another day. It's mostly hard, but I want it to dry all the way. That way I don't have any leakage. And then I drilled a 1-inch hole and put my 1-inch unisil. I did this for all these grow beds because all these grow beds had a 1/2 inch unisil going with the 1/2 inch bell siphon. That one's sealed, and this one's also sealed. And if you look below each grow bed, I have my own DIY bell siphon, 1-inch bell siphon that I made. My own DIY bell siphon. These work great. Made of Schedule 40 thick PVC. I have one for each grow bed that I made. So each one of these will go onto my already fabricated DIY aquaponics system. So what you're seeing basically is 3 large grow beds for 3 more aquaponics systems that are just sitting waiting for me to just put them up. As you can see, that's a whole lot of food I'm going to be growing in the my aquaponics microform. 3 whole beds are just waiting to be set up and filled with food. 1, 2, 3. Lots of plants in these 3 large beds. DIY that I made. You don't have to go out and buy very expensive beds from these unless you want to. It's no problem going out and spending your money and doing that. I'm a DIY guy. I love saving my money. So I always think of ways to make grow beds for a whole lot cheaper. A whole lot cheaper. Instead of me spending big money buying grow beds, which doesn't make any sense to me. I'm a DIY, do-it-yourself guy. I'm always looking to save lots of money when I'm growing food. And this is how I do it. I make my own stuff. I make my own grow beds. I convert storage containers, very, very large cement making containers, and I turn them into grow beds very cheaply, very cheaply. And these run as good and even better than some of the ones you buy online, spending all that money. None of this stuff costs me a lot of money. Most of the stuff was bought very cheaply. And I converted them into grow beds. I made my own bell siphons right here. Very large bell siphons. I made them. I didn't go buy them. So I'm always thinking of innovative ways to grow food and not being a consumer, not being a sheep, not running online and paying lots of money for these very expensive gadgets that are actually made in China and India for very cheap. Very cheap, but you're spending tons of money to go out and buy these grow beds when you can make them yourself. It's all about using your imagination, putting it down on paper, and coming up with a design that you can make your own stuff and grow food even more cheaper. What sense does it make for me to go out and buy one of these grow beds and spend $100 or $200 on a grow bed when I can make one of these things for $30? $30. I can make a grow bed. So I'm looking forward to getting these guys outside, getting the aquaponics systems all set up, and having a lot more food growing in these 3 large grow beds. Y'all have a nice Tuesday. Start thinking outside the box. Stop being sheep. Stop being consumers. Start being self-sustainable. Start being producers. Stop being sheep. Grow some food.